Ari Shaffir and I have had we've had a deep fucking path.
A long and storied history.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this right now.
Yeah, man.
There was a point in my life
Why aren't you looking at me when you're saying this?
I'm saying right now. I'm gonna look at you now.
Okay.
There was a point in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Where I swear to God.
Yeah.
I hated you more than I hated anyone else on planet fucking Earth.
I was number one because you killed off Freddie, so I was next.
I never hated Freddie Soto.
Yeah.
He didn't like me that much.
Freddie mostly ignored you.
Yeah, he ignored me. But
I chose a different route.
But let me say this.
Yeah.
You can bring up Freddie Soto if you want to, which you did, right? But all those the darkness from my past,
yeah,
it's all resolved itself.
Hey, man,
look at Eleanor. Look at Eleanor.
Yeah.
Eleanor what's her last name?
Carrington,
right?
No, Kerrigan.
Was friends with a comic named Freddie Soto, who was one of my favorites. He was one of the best comics in the country.
Yeah.
He died, but Eleanor fucking hated me. What are you doing? What are you guys doing?
It's on you.
He thought he was blocking the camera.
Eleanor,
what the fuck are you guys doing, man?
Secret codes.
Oh yeah. So what I'm saying is that that's resolved itself.
Yeah.
You and I have resolved itself. Resolved.
Yeah.
But
I want to hear it from the very beginning.
Well, how we met?
Everything.
I used to host the open mics at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, but I wonder if that's when I met you. No, because when I started, Oshak was hosting. You were just there. You were just a guy who was like hanging out with it because you had just finished being an employee.
Right.
So you were still like related to the employees.
Yeah, I was an employee at the Comedy Store. I was a open micer, essentially. I had nothing going on. Really, I had nothing going on, right?
Carlos started taking the road a little bit.
Right. Mencia started taking me on the road a little bit. And then I met Ari. But you were younger than me.
Yeah.
Were you working at the store too?
Yeah, I got a job there.
You got a job
pretty quick. I think I did 3 open mics, and then I was like, it was easier to get a job, not to draw to the hat.
Yeah. And him and I became friends, I think, instantly, probably, right?
Yeah, you took care of some of the younger guys. You really was like, hey, do you need advice?
Yeah,
you need help?
I did, didn't I not?
Yeah,
Say that again. Say it again.
You gave some tips on like, hey, man, when you ask the crowd if they've seen a movie and you just sit there waiting, I think this is your advice. Like, I think it was like Star Wars. Like, did you guys see Star Wars? And no one clapped. You're like, why are you waiting? You're going to do the bit anyway. Just say,
oh,
hey,
right, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen Star Wars, and then go into it.
You go into
like
it,
an idiot. And I was like, yeah, I guess I am.
It was you. Was Morgan Murphy ahead of you? Probably later, huh?
No, she was
Yusuf,
open mic. She never employed there, but Nick Yusuf, Taylor,
all those guys, yeah.
Yeah, a few guys that we forgot because they faded away. They're probably my best friend. I have no idea who they are.
Oh, yeah. What, Joey Marmo?
Joey Marmo.
Right.
He was in my class, yeah.
Right, yeah, but...
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it,
right. Rick, remember Mike Ricca?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back
for sure,
then.
Ricca.
But then we became friends, and then what happened? So then I got Mad TV.
You got Mad TV. We went down to San Diego together.
Right.
You borrowed a bunch of. I can bring up old shit, right? You borrowed a bunch of money for pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we ever go to brothels together?
Yes.
In Mexico too?
Tijuana launch pads.
Adelitas?
Where the Adelitas? Is that where you guys met? So nice.
I was 16 at the time.
So nice. Oh wow.
Well, so you and I went to Adelitas.
Yeah, you told me. You're like, hey, tip him. I'm like, what? You're like, yeah, it's gonna be 72. Just give him 100. Just put it on the table. You're like, why? Like, then they'll know to work harder.
Right. Because people don't know.
pro.
I'm a smart guy and I'm crafty.
Yeah.
And I think things through. And the thing is also you tip the guy that cleans the room.
Because he's got the worst job in the world. In terms of dirty jobs, you know that show Dirty Jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Mike Rowe actually been to Adelitas then?
Yeah.
The Tijuana jizz cleaner for $1
Yeah.
is the worst job in the world. Because it's $72 is what you get, is you pay. 60 for the girl.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much she gives out to their pimp. 11 for the room.
Yeah.
1 for the jizz cleaner.
Yeah. And he was grateful for it. Like, it wasn't like, here's $1. He was like, oh, that's it. He was like, gracias. He was very excited about it.
He was like, hey, man, I'm going to clean up jizz anyway. Now I'm getting paid for it.
There was this guy that I worked with at the Brocktonville, this restaurant, and his dad had something to do with the KFC chain. Like, he was high up. So he had a lot of money, this guy. But he also was waiting tables with me, this kid. But he was a fat kid. And he would get, like, 3 girls, right? And not have sex, but just eat their buttholes.
That's it.
In
stripper
Tijuana. In
stripper
Tijuana.
That's something only a rich kid would do. It's like
By the way-
pay money to work.
Yeah, you shouldn't even. Yeah,
Right.
You shouldn't even kiss them,
I know.
let alone eat butthole.
Yeah, and he was a guy that was. I was like, it's just one of those guys that like he went to Nam. He didn't, but he had that jaded vibe about him, right?
Yeah.
Like he just went to Nam, right? But that was a seedy place. So you and I went there, and then I got Mad TV, and then I got sober. I went to rehab.
Yeah.
You broke
got
me out of
sober. You got almost thrown out of Mad TV. Yeah, they made you go to rehab.
rehab, made me go to rehab, and then I called you one night when I was at that place, and Ari was living in LA, and I go, I'm leaving, and then like,
Leaving what?
I go, I'm leaving rehab.
Oh, cool. All right. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
But you need to drive to San Diego to pick me up.
Yeah, at first it was like, you need to pick me up. I was like, oh, okay. At like 2 a.m, I was like, yeah, okay, where? You're like, far. Way farther than you were thinking when you said yes.
Did the two girls come after that in the hotel room?
The 2 girls was the weekend we went to the Adelitas. The 2 girls is the one we went to Adelitas. We stopped into this spot at the PB Brew House.
Yeah, there was a club. There was like an open mic at the PB Brew House.
No, but it was a show.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but you got me on. For
Yeah.
sure. And we were gonna do La Jolla the next day.
Right.
Like, that was Wednesday, and then we were gonna do the La Jolla the next day.
Right.
And while I was on, you were talking to these 2 girls.
Yeah,
One real hot and one just gross.
yeah.
And you were like, and I bombed.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, Ari, we got these 2 girls. I'm like, this in my set? And you were like, no. I was like, okay, cool. If they didn't see that, then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still got a chance.
Yeah.
And at first they were like, oh, we're meeting guys. And you're like, well, just sit here. You know how Bobby does it. Just sit. Let me
Yeah.
touch your
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah,
Touch your
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
And then after a while, they're like, I guess we don't have to meet the guys. And we'll just hang out with you. And it's like, hey, come back with us.
Yeah.
I did a story about this actually. Come back with us. And you're like, okay, but they're like, we got to move our bikes. And then we got back to their bikes. Their bikes were stolen.
Oh yeah. Their bikes were stolen.
And they started crying.
Yeah.
They started crying, and Bobby's like, "Don't cry." They're like, "But our bikes." The tears are coming down their face.
Yeah.
Our bikes. And then Bobby's like, "How much were they?" Like, mine was 400. His was 200. And he goes, "Here's
$400 bike.
Yeah. I
You're like,
get
"Here,
money. I
here's
got remember.
$750. Here, take this."
And let me just say something right now. All right, only good people do shit like that.
That's pretty
Man,
charitable.
no,
Right.
no one gives it up for Bobby like Bobby.
Right. So then what happened? So I give the money.
Yeah.
To pay for the fucking bikes.
Yeah,
I don't know these girls.
Their tears went right back up and into their
eyes.
eyes.
No, they're gonna buy a new Schwinn or whatever
Yeah.
whatever the hot bike.
Oh, they got the runners on the side of the handlebars with the trailers.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick second to grab
Oh
Logan.
man, what the fuck, bro? You can't bite that hard.
Yeah.
I told you she would interrupt
I don't know what to
this
do.
whole
Put
thing.
him in the cage.
Now you're going in a cage, motherfucker. That's what you get.
Put him in the
bitch.
cage.
Yeah, why don't you bite him like you bought me? That wasn't even playful. Come here. You scratch.
Uh-oh.
You gotta
Oh
put her in the
yeah.
crate.
Oh, Bobby's gonna eat you. Now you got eaten.
What are you doing right now, dude?
Wait, what year was all this happening?
This was 2000. I don't know, 2ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he called me one day and he said, "Hey, we're going to San Diego." And I was like, "Okay, what?" He goes, "I need you to drive." And I'm like, "Why do you need me to drive?" And he goes, "I've been up for 36 hours on pills,
Oh,
so I need to
shit.
sleep. So I'm not gonna be able to drive." He goes, "You can use my car, but I can't do it." So we
So we
drove
get
the whole
these
way.
girls-
Oh, we also got stuck in fucking. It was supposed to take us like 2 hours to get there. It took us like 12 hours to get there. Remember that? We had to piss in water bottles. I told you that we were on the highway. Dead stopped. And I'm like, "There's a rest stop there. Go get us snacks." And you're like, "No, what if it picks up?" Like, it hasn't picked up for 2 hours. We went 30 meters in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, just run across the highway and get it.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No." And we fought over a payday.
Oh my god. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Did we finish the girl part?
No, I
No.
want to.
So then we go to PB and then we go.
So we know now the hotel that I'm at
going
now
back to
is
the
at the
hotel.
Grand Colonial Hotel.
It's a nice hotel.
Really
Bobby's
nice
paying for it.
hotel.
Yeah.
right?
Two beds.
2 beds. Really nice.
La Jolla?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And always this happens to me. Right. I pay for the fucking bikes,
You got the hot girl.
and I got the hot girl who doesn't want to touch me. And the ugly one wants to fuck Ari.
Yeah, she doesn't get a lot of guys. Comedians.
So now I'm in a closet.
There were researchers at Scripps.
Right. with the fucking hot one.
Oh yeah, so we're both on each other's beds. Like he's on his bed, I'm on my bed with my girl. He's on his girl, and we're like making out. I've never done anything like this. I've had sex with like 3 or 4 girls at the time, maybe 4.
Yeah.
maybe 5.
Because he looked really Jewy back then.
Yeah.
Right, he looks
Glasses
good.
and
I
hair.
think you look better now.
I
When
might
you were
have
younger,
been.
it was like
Dork.
Beaker
Yeah.
from the Muppets. Like you looked weird. Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's
we're
with the,
making out. I hear on the other bed. Could I just touch your shoulder? How about I just touch your shoulder?
yeah.
What if I do this? I'm just gonna put the back of my hand on your knee.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying not to
We
laugh.
still play that game.
Do you really?
Yeah.
He still asks me if he can touch my shoulder.
Bobby's all
Why
about
were you in the
consensual.
closet?
Oh.
Because I knew that my girl didn't want to fuck me.
Yeah.
Or do anything with me, but I know that he was about to get some action.
And it's
Yeah.
weird. We're both in the same room.
We're in the same room, so I'm like,
The closet was huge. The closet was the size of this room.
yeah,
Oh.
a
like a
big
walk-in
walk-in
closet.
closet. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like Oprah shoe
And
closet.
nothing was in it.
Okay.
And I, being the good person,
Again.
even though, and I'm also paying for the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my friend a layup, and I'm gonna go in the fucking closet.
What did you tell her to get her in a closet?
Get in the fucking closet.
No, he just took he's like, let's go in here. He put all the blankets, and he's like, let's go have a sort of hang out in the closet.
Yeah,
Smooth.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna do like a Cambodian attack, the sex attack.
Yeah.
I can't
You
believe
can put him in a little hole, you know what I mean?
Pol Pot, little Pol Pot
little
action.
Pol Pot action. Get him scared, you know what I mean? Put him in an enclosed room, and turn the lights off.
And then
make
after
it spooky.
Yeah, after a bit, we left. We drove him back. Went to Denny's, and Bobby's like, "You're paying for Denny's." I'm like, "Why am I paying for Denny's?" And he's like, "Cause I don't have any money at the time." He's like, "Cause you got laid and I didn't." And I was like, "I didn't get laid." And he goes, "I know you did." I'm like, "I did not." And then he's like, "Let's go back to the room. I want to show you something."
Yeah.
Yeah. And he showed me in the closet. There's a ventilation grate.
Yeah.
And he goes, look at this. Look, and it looked straight
Right.
up
You
towards my
watched
bed. Straight up the gut of
Are
where my
you out of your?
legs.
I've seen this guy fuck, bro.
Did you jerk off to it?
No.
Because the other girl was in the room with him. Who was
Yeah,
going?
yeah,
What was
yeah.
she saying?
That's
Don't
what I was
touch me.
curious.
He was so skinny. He looked like Auschwitz. I mean, it was
Like
really sick. But yeah, I mean, she was cute. I thought. No, she was ugly.
She was young. Right
Yeah.
now, I'd probably be into it because she was 22, 23. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
then it was like kind of grody.
Yeah. And then so we did that.
Yeah, and then you were like, and your rule was, hey, here's the deal. We're going down. We're going to do spots. If either one of us, and he needed to get pills in Tijuana. But he goes, if either one of us get laid, we're not going to get hookers. But if we do get laid, no hookers. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I did get laid, and you were like, hookers anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Always
Because
the rule.
what about
So good.
me?
Yeah, I know.
What about me?
Yeah.
I went down. It was the last. I just want to say that the truth is, I think that was the last times I ever went down there.
I've only been there 2 times, and that was one of them.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's so
It's
dingy,
so
and,
dingy and
gross,
gross,
but
man.
it's so
had
foreign.
those experiences as a girl.
It's not for girls.
I know. I'm saying like just to have just to go across the border and just fuck some like hooker
Eat
dudes.
awful street burritos and like and
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of girls would really have fun with that type of experience.
some
It was,
girls
like,
do
safe.
go, but it's just not for them.
Also, with the pills and stuff, gives you that extra danger because you have to take all the like tinfoil off of the pill jars.
Yeah.
Because you have to stuff it with a lot of cotton so it doesn't rattle.
rattle.
So you have to tape it to your body and walk across. So not only are you like,
So he got a Tylenol. He bought so many pills. You know those Tylenol pill bottles that are about the size of like this, like 2 inches high.
Yeah.
So Bobby's like, no, I'm buying the fucking 300 pill bottle because that's how many pills he bought and filled that up, and it was fucking. It was like the size of this water bottle.
yeah,
and
yeah,
he's fucking
yeah,
putting that
yeah.
in his taint.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I tape it to my body, and you have to like balance yourself when you're walking across the metal detectors.
Yeah.
Because there's dogs.
Jesus.
Right, and there's like border patrol, the whole fucking
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah, you're
and you're trying to not to shake, and I didn't. You know why? Because I'm fucking agile. I'm agile. I'm like that little guy
ninja,
from the Ocean's 11, that little Asian guy. That
Oh yeah, the
that guy.
contortionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm fat now. I
Yeah.
wasn't fat then.
You weren't thin.
I know, but look at what I look like now.
Yeah, now you're gross. Back
Yeah.
then you was
Yeah.
bad.
I look weird now, huh?
You look different for sure.
Right. I look different.
Tell him about your plans to get beard implants.
Yeah, I'm gonna get beard implants.
Beard implants.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can grow a beard.
Yeah. What?
I've just never heard of that.
Well, I know, and I'm gonna do
They
it.
take it from your head and just put
Why
it
don't you
in
get
your-
sankapool?
What's that?
Sangapore. Oh yeah, you know about Sangapore.
Yeah, from watching your act a
Yeah,
long
yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
yeah. You get your eyes.
Oh, eyelids.
Yeah, eyelids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so smart. You fucking remember so many fucking things, dude.
Sangapore. I didn't know when I said I didn't know if it was that. I meant that, or
Yeah.
the thing where you stab yourself because you're dishonoring
Yeah,
your family.
that's Japanese, and that's Harry Carey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Harry Carey. Yeah. Sangapore is the eye operation. God, that's
Eyelids.
so.
And with a nice accent too.
Yeah. Sangapore. Yeah. And then what happened was
It's so weird when you think
we
about
get
it.
back
You
to
guys were
LA
BFFs.
and we're friends. And
We were
then-
BFFs. That was a great trip. And then, I had to get
And
back.
there's a photo. If you go to the main room right now, there's still a photo of me and Ari on the top corner in one of those smaller rooms.
Yeah, we took on Hollywood Boulevard, one of those like photo booths. But
Yeah.
it did one of those
Aw,
fake drawings, so it
yeah,
looks like
yeah.
it's drawn.
Yeah.
We took that right after we saw this black dude running down the street with 2 boxes of sneakers, like running down the street, whereas like it took him like 30 seconds to get to us.
Yeah,
And
I
this
remember
Armenian
that.
guy running behind him, like, "Oh, you stop! You steal my stuff! You stop!" And me and Bobby just watched him run right past us, and we're like, "Wow!" Did nothing to help.
Also, Hollywood Boulevard then is not what it's like now.
Oh right.
I mean, when I used to drive from high school up to Hollywood Boulevard, you would have like women just with their titties out like prostitutes. I mean, it was really,
Grimy.
really grimy and scary.